All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast Cheaper Than Therapy. Mick Thomas here. How are you? How you doing? Listen, thanks for liking, subscribing and sharing and coming on back. I do appreciate that, as always. Check this out wherever you're getting it from, right? And subscribe. Just go ahead, subscribe. It's not that hard. Click, boom, boom, bing, you're in, right? Share it. Tell others about it. Heard this podcast. It was shit. Let's listen together and also shit on this guy. Whatever you want to do, if you like it. Give it a thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. Give me a thumbs down if you don't like it. It's whatever it is. Whatever it is. But anyway, I appreciate you all coming back. Some things. Listen, this weekend, 9 and 10 August, I'm going to Minnesota for the Irish Festival. I'll be in Minnesota, 9 and 10, the Irish Festival. My good buddy Sean Finnerty, Katie Boyle is going to be there. Lots of Irish, a lot of diddly diddly doodly diddly doo, a lot of Danny Boy. Can't go wrong, right, with a lot of Danny Boy if you're feeling good about yourself. That song will take you down pretty quick, right? That song will kind of rip the joy from your heart and the laughter. Anyway, check me out there. Also, I am going to in August 26th, all the way to September 1st. That is 9 shows. Myrtle Beach, Comedy Cabana. Can't wait to get back to South Carolina. Really looking forward to it. Really, really excited. Also, coming out now, any day now, right? I did one of my favorite podcasts to listen to. They asked me on as a guest, the Marvel Plus podcast. It's going to be available where I review one of my favorite movies to date, Deadpool and Wolverine. What more do you want? So anyway, that's plenty of Mick Thomas good to go around. And also, if you happen to be in New York City or in New York and you want to come check me out, I'm at the Comic Strip, I'm at the Comedy Cellar, I'm at Gotham, West Side Comedy Club. Come in, swing by, check it out, right? Love to see you. Anyway, let's get into this episode of the podcast, right? There's so many things to talk about, so many controversial things. Like one thing I wanted to get into first off was, I don't know if you saw this, and it is fun to look up. It is. We are in the times of the purge. Remember the purge where the government goes, you know what, let's legally go do what you like for 24 hours. But in Russia now, what they're doing, which is, I love this, you can be a wealthy person in Russia and you can take out these luxurious yachts, beautiful, high-end, luxurious, braggadocious yachts full with wealth. And then what you do is you take them down towards, near Somalia, where the Somalia pirates would be. And when the Somalia pirates come out looking for you, you get to shoot them. Because what the pirates don't see is these expensive yachts are also armed with heavy artillery. So you get to just fucking blow pirates out of the water. Isn't that better than the Pirates of the Caribbean? When you go to Disney, right? You go to Disney. Who doesn't love that? Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. And I love that ride, right? But you're stuck on it, and sometimes it gets stuck, and they go, oh, the ride be stuck for a few minutes, matey. Or some pirates be messing with the electronics, or whatever they say, right? Well, we basically know what it is to let some fat person off, because they can't get off properly. Or a wheelchair, either way, it's an inconvenience. Not anymore. You can take this yacht out. Take the yacht out. Shoot some people, bang, boom, bing, shoot some pirates, nothing can be done about it. What a great day. What a great first date, right? That'd be a good reality show for those dating programs. We're taking Ivan and Vanka out on this beautiful yacht, and here's what's going to happen. We're going to shoot some Somali pirates. And then they get to know each other while blowing off limbs of skinny Somali pirates, right? Shiver me timbers, buccaneers. There go me legs and me arms, right? Who wouldn't love that? Who would not love that? As we come toward the end of days, as we come closer to the end of days, why not go out and blow up some pirates? Seems to be the message there. Anyway, also, I do want to talk about the Olympics, right? I kind of, I did an episode about 2 weeks back about the opening ceremony, and I didn't know about the Olympics, and then we had them mocking. No, they weren't mocking it. Yeah, it was a different. Linda last summer was something else. Is usually the response. But I want to talk about the controversy. Before I go any further, I do want to just point out that when I did wake up after I made a post, I did wake up the next morning to about 15 to 20 messages about how I was a transphobic person, unfollow, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so listen, for all those who call me transphobic and who said they're going to unfollow me, listen, come closer. This is just for you. Let's get up to the camera. So if you're watching this on YouTube, right, you got to get closer to the camera. I don't fucking care. Just leave, right? Don't follow me then if you don't want to. That's fine. It is your right. I don't know what country you're listening to it from, where you consider I'm a transphobic person, but that's fine. And here's what I'm not going to talk about the thing where the two people, where everyone kind of went crazy about the two biological men, is what they're saying. What they're saying, I'm reading from headlines, two biological men beat the living shit out of women. Now it's coming back, different stories about, well, they were born with vaginas. They're not really, they were born women, just high testosterone, that kind of stuff. But it's weird. So the reason why I'm not going to comment on this, by the way, is because I can't seem to find an appropriate, and I love being fact checked, and and when I'm wrong I go, oh shit, I'm wrong about that one, sorry about that, and you've known that from listening to other episodes. But this one, I can't seem to find the truth. Every article I go into, it's like, well, they didn't openly say they were born with a vagina. These people said they were born with a vagina. The Olympics said they were born with a vagina, but yet they themselves never came forward and said that. It's just, so you know what? Instead of going all out and shitting on whatever for something I don't really have all the facts, I'll just let it go. But what I do want to talk about, there are two stories that come out of three stories actually that come out of Olympics, and we know I boycott the Olympics, right? We all know that I love a good boycott. Everyone knows that. Mick Thomas loves a good boycott, especially with the Olympics. Sorry guys, just want to make sure every time this happens, right? This thing has been working there for an hour. Not a problem. And of course when I needed to, there you go, we're back in business. You know, and I do love a good boycott, but it's just the way when you go on social media, you do get messages into your, you know, you can't avoid them. So three of the controversial things I want to talk about. First one, which is a really serious problem, is that the French pole voter jumped over the pole, and he nearly broke a world record actually, but his massive penis got in the way and knocked off the bar. That is, you know, and that's why I didn't do pole vaulting, I'll be honest with you. That's why I went to kickboxing. That extra weight down there helps me swing the leg up. It's easier to get the leg over than it is to get the dick over. That's what happens, right? I don't do limbos. I lose every time. I can't do a good limbo. I can't do a pole vault. That's it. I don't, right? One of the reasons I don't wear a kilt. You don't want that swinging. Right? People think it's, oh, he's got a lot of change in his pocket there. Look at that swinging back and forth like it's a money guard from the, you know, like a sack of coin that a king would, you know, pay his assassins. Go have that man killed for me, and they throw the sack of money at them. And I don't want people thinking I'm carrying a sack of coin around like Judas Iscariot. So my heart goes out to that guy. He got over, almost broke a world record, but his massive knob knocked it off. Can you imagine that one? Well, like, that has got to be a bittersweet, right? That's got to be like, oh no, he in front of the whole world, all the women and gay men watching as he knocked over the pole vault he knocked over the bar with his massive penis. He lost. Did he? Did he lose? Come on. Let's be honest. Nevertheless, John, we know he didn't. Did he lose? Oh no, that's a weird one to go home on, you know, because he's French, obviously, which is weird. I didn't think French had that kind of waterworks down there. I didn't think they had that plumbing, you know. Oh no, I lost the pole vault because of my massive penis. I think he won. What do you think? I think he won, right? Put that in the comments. He is the winner. Anyway. The other thing I want to talk about, which was Amanda Bynes. Now, Amanda Bynes, Biles, not Amanda Bynes, she's the other, but Amanda Bynes is fucking a different psychopath. Simone Biles, I'm talking about here, Simone Biles. So I took notes on this because I want to get names right. Simone Biles has come forward, and if you don't know who she is, she's basically the woman who defies gravity. She is basically, I think, Spider-Woman. She is good at flying through the air and never coming back down. As a gymnast, but she has come forward and she is upset that Steven van der Velde, right, good Texas guy, no, he ain't Texas, he's a Dutchan, he's, you know, clogs and all that stuff, he likes clogs and yodeling, so he's in the Olympics on the volleyball team Interesting fact about this guy. Fun fact when you're going through stats. He has had found guilty on 3 counts of sexual assault on a 12-year-old girl. He did 4 years in prison and he came back out. Now the controversy from Simone's like, he shouldn't be allowed to compete. He should not be allowed in the Olympics at all. It goes to show, man, these fucking Olympics are up and down. I don't know how I feel about that, right? Obviously not a big fan of sexual assault on anyone, especially a minor. Right? I have no patience. I have no tolerance for that. He, let him, rather a great milestone be tied around his neck and drop to the bottom of the sea than harm one of these little creatures. But yeah, I think it's disgusting what he did now. But also, I've made this argument before to other people. Like, if you've done the time for the crime, should you be all square with the house? Meaning, are you allowed to vote? And I'll get into that in a minute. Should you be allowed to vote? Should you be allowed to have a passport? Some places, some countries don't allow that. You're a convicted felon. Sorry, no passport for you. Sorry, you lose a lot of rights. But even though you've done your time, you've done your jail time, like, are you clear with the house? But either way, a lot of people are going like, this fucker should... He gets booed. And the Olympics have made him like... Because normally part of your contract is you have to do interviews. This guy is exempt from interviews because I guess the Olympics don't want the bad press. They don't want those questions coming forward, right? So that's an interesting one. And the other thing that got me was Korea. North and South Korea. Let me just check where I am on time. North and South Korea, they were doing some event. I don't know what it was. I think, dog eating contest. And... I don't know the order. One of the Koreas got silver and the other Korea got bronze. Now we've established bronze doesn't count. But having said that, after they got out on the podium and they got their medals, they got down together as a group and they all took selfie together. North Korea, South Korea. Now obviously one of those, some of those people will be murdered when they return home. R.I.P. North Korea, I'm guessing, maybe South Korea too, because we don't like you touching them. So we don't know what's going to happen to the outcome of those poor Koreans. But isn't it beautiful though, right? Isn't it? And this is what always been my thing. And this is why when I talk about politics, right, people think, oh, Mick, you're very pro this group, you're not pro that group. Not really. I've said it many times. I'm very anti-media and I'm very anti-politician themselves. And this goes to show you have two countries that hate each other. We're supposed to hate each other on paper, but yet the people were able to get together, and I couldn't tell you the difference, right, from North or South, what they look like. That is not racist. That is not, I just don't happen to know what the difference between a North and South Korea person looks like. I have had friends from South Korea, well, 2 friends. One robbed a bunch of money on me, but that's a different story for a different day. But I kind of know what they look like. I don't know the distinct difference, but doesn't that go to show you, though, that the problems with this world are because of, I said it before, 6 or 7 constant suits. That's it. The rest of us, we have no problem with people. We have no problem with people, with other countries. I don't have a problem with you. It's the fucking politicians that ruin what we have. And that brings me on to our next topic, right? That brings us, as we are as Americans, completely divided. Completely divided. You're either on the right or you're on the left. If you're in the middle like me, and you go, well, let's hear them both out. Fuck you. Okay. And that's from both sides, by the way. The left go, fuck you, stay on the right. That's logical thinking. That doesn't belong over here with the Democrats. And if you say that on the right, it's like, go fuck yourself, you hippie. Which is thinking, either shit or get off the pot, join our group or piss off. Now, but let's have a look, right? Let's have a look at what's happening in the world of politics. We all know Donald Trump, right? Who has had an assassination attempt. And I'm watching that story unfold. Oh, it almost looks like it was intentional, not just by one crazy nut on a rooftop, but if you start to look at it and listen to the evidence of what's going on in court between the CIA, it does kind of look like, oh, I'm going to see how this is going to play out. Nothing will be done, of course, as we know. So there's that going on. And then, sorry, got a bit of water going. Right, and then you have, over on the left, you now have Kamala Harris, who is probably, now, is she better than Joe Biden, in relation to form a sentence? No, she's not, because she can't form a sentence. She's been nominated as the Democratic president. So what does she, president nominee, so what does she do? What does she do? She goes out there And here's what she says. She has this massive rally. So Trump goes out and he has a rally and he starts off with Pledge of Allegiance. Let's start with the national anthem. God bless America. There's American flags everywhere. And he goes up and he does his thing and he insults people and it's hilarious. And he does about half an hour of stand-up comedy. To me, it's fucking great. Drops some policies. Here's what we're going to do. People behind him. Yeah, USA, USA. But now Kamala Harris gets up. She brings Megan Thee Stallion up, right? And I've said this before in another episode. She's in Atlanta, and Megan Thee Stallion. So let's take a look at her. So you got Trump over here. You got God Bless America. We got the national anthem, Pledge of Allegiance. We got fucking flags flying USA, and then we look over at Kamala, and we have stuff like when Megan Thee Stallion is dancing on the stage, shaking her big arse, right, in a shirt and a tie. This shirt doesn't go all the way down. That's not appropriate office wear. But anyway, saying stuff like, is it God Bless America? Is she saying America's a great country? Is she saying, let's unite each other and become... No, she's saying, took me home, did me long, ate it with the panties on. So, look at that. There you go. It's very patriotic, right? When I hear that, I do put my hand on my heart. It does bring a tear to my eye. Right? I picture that old farmer with the dungarees and he's out in the tractor and the sun is rising. He's getting the crops here in the morning. I see a kid and he's throwing a baseball to his dad. And I see an older woman and she's pouring coffee at a diner. And I see this other couple, black and white. This is what I see in my head. This is what I see. Utopia. And a black couple and they're having apple pie and they're laughing. And while that's going on, I don't hear God Bless America. I hear took me home, did me long, ate it with the panties on. Just America comes to mind when you think of that, doesn't it? Doesn't you flow with American pride? Even if you're listening from another country, you're like, I want to fucking, how do I get into that country? How do I become part of that country? Quite easy, walk across the border. Anyway, so that's what she thinks of black people. But here's what the media won't show you, right? Here's what the media who's propping this holding this woman up, holding her up with desperation and pure, unadulterated, tangible, physical, provable lies. She's holding them up, right? And what does the media do? Cuts off. Second Megan Thee Stallion gets off stage, they all leave. Everybody gets up and leave. They just, all right, concert's over, bye. Yeah, but Kamala's going to talk. I don't give a fuck. Leave. All right, but we got to get more, space them out and get them right behind her to make it look more full. So they get behind her. And what does Kamala Harris do? Kamala Harris, her accent changes. Isn't that amazing? I just think it's great. She just goes down south and all of a sudden, we are running 2024. 2024. Say what? Say what? 2024. And then there's more videos coming out of her now, right? In like 2019. Yeah, I'm Indian. I love being Indian. Like that little king ting ting, that little funny, fucking customer service for fucking Verizon voice is kind of coming in. Can I help you? I'm Kamala. Like, you stare a little bit in 2019. Then all of a sudden she gets in front of a white audience. Well, actually, what you will find is that you got that, right? And then you move now, she's around black people. And come on, girl. And I've done this before about how dishonest she is. I've done this before when she's on the phone to the other woman who I can't remember who it is. They not like us. They not like us, girl. We out in these streets. Black people, who I love. This is for you, black people. What are you doing? Do not imagine being told that. Like if she said, I love the Irish people. Top of the morning to you. Here's some Lucky Charms for you. So it is. I love getting drunk at 2 a.m. and punching women in the face. So I do. Right? Come on, man. What a fucking... And here's the thing. MSNBS, right? What they did is they took a bunch... Joe Rogan last week, I watched the episode, I listened to it, he's got a guest on and he's shitting all over Kamala Harris and then he's talking positive about Tulsi Gabbard, saying Tulsi Gabbard, she's a woman of colour, she's this, she's that, she's so strong, she's a former congresswoman, she's out there, she served in the military. They took that and just go, yeah, he's talking about Kamala Harris over there. No, he's not. And then Tulsi Gabbard went online. She goes, no, he's actually talking about me there, if you don't mind, MSNBC. And MSNBC just changed one part of it and still left it up. She hasn't given one interview yet. She hasn't come out with any of her policies. Nothing. And people are, I'm going to vote for her because she's a girl. We must vote for girls. Why? Vote for girls. Let's have a look at some of her policies, right? So she wants to empty the prisons. That's what she said. I think everyone should be let out of prison. I'm not picking a number. She wants to empty the prisons. Okay, so we got a bunch of criminals who haven't done their time yet, not properly rehabilitated. Is she talking about the children she sent to jail for £5 bags of marijuana? Is she talking about that? Be more specific, Kamala. Or are you talking about the murderers and rapists that are just running around prison that are locked up? You want to let them out? Okay. Also, one of her policies was she did defund the police, by the way. She was a big advocate of defunding the police. She said that, I want to defund the police. Not in a roundabout way, and we went, oh, that's kind of cryptic. Maybe she wants to defund the police. She said, I want to defund the police. And then she also wants to take your guns with a mandatory buyback. Go ahead, fact check me again. A mandatory buyback, which means government knocks you. Hello, got any guns there? Yes, I do, actually. All right, give them back to me. But I paid for them. All right, here's a fucking small check. Give us your gun and fuck off. So, Kamala Harris wants to empty the prisons. She wants to defund the police and take away your gun's right to defend yourself. Mandatory. These are her policies. Yeah, but I want to protect women's reproduction rights. Stop calling it reproduction rights. Nobody's stopping anyone from reproducing. Nobody has a right against Stop. Just call it abortions. You want to give abortions? Just say it, Kamala. Come on, say it. You just want people to have abortions when they want to. That's all. Just be honest with your fucking words. Please. Right? That's what you're up. That's what you want to do. These are her policies. She hasn't given one fucking interview about anything. And people are out. Listen, the economy last week took the biggest drop since 1928. 1928, we had a big stock market collapse. We lost over $3 trillion in the stock market this week. I didn't hear any Democrats talk about that. Right? What the fuck is going on here? Oh, well, you can't, the economy is the inflation is through the roof. Well, it's not our fault the inflation is through the roof. Yes, it is. You know why how inflation works? When you print fucking money that you don't have. That fucks with inflation, you fucking idiots. And these are the people you want in office. Or, hear me out, not a fan, I wouldn't let him date my daughter. Wouldn't let Donny Boy date my daughter, but having said that, right? We have had 4 years of him. We have had 4 years. We've had a perfect track record, basically. We've had no fucking wars, which I'm all about, because we're on the edge of World War III, as I talked about last week. Fucking China and Russia just circling us like fucking vultures, literally circling our country and playing side by side like vultures, right? So, no fucking wars when Trump was around. We didn't have, everyone was fucking making decent money, right? We weren't broke buying fucking groceries. And he never once touched women's fucking reproductive right. He never touched them. So what are you on about, you fucking liars? Do your research. I'm not saying go vote for Trump. I'm not saying go vote for Trump. And I'm not saying don't vote for Kamala. But what I'm saying is be fucking informed. Stop voting with your heart. I love Donald Trump. He tells it like it is. I love Kamala because she's black today when it fucking suits her. And I love the fact that that's a woman. These are not good enough reasons. Stack up the fucking policies. How is that going to benefit you? Are they lying? Fact check them. Donald Trump says he's going to do all of this stuff. He kind of already did it in the past. Is he going to do more shit or is he lying? Find out. What's Kamala Harris going to do? She's saying, oh, look at this shit. The shit I just listed out to you is what she is going to do. Defund the police. Clear out the prisons. That's what Venezuela are doing, by the way. Venezuela are trying to build back their economy. How? Let's get rid of our prisoners. Get rid of our prisoners and we're sending them to the US. Therefore, we don't have to fucking pay for them. And that's true. Fact check that. They're sending planes down to pick them up, by the way. They're not making the hike with the fucking staff and, come, follow me, son. Someday we will find the promised land, America. We will get there and soon we will have bread and McDonald's. We will have a widescreen television. We will become obese. We will wear our hat backwards. We will go to places and say, love that chicken at Popeyes. We will go to Raymore Flanagan and get the sales. We will do that. We will eat at Applebee's. They're not saying that. They're not making that fucking journey. We're flying them back and forth. All right, lads, feet up. Are you looking good? All right, listen, yes, sit tight. No problem. Don't worry about it. You want a snack? You want to go? Oh, we go. We got some pretzels coming out for you soon. What can I get you to drink? Coke? Diet Coke? Diet Coke. Look at you. You could put on a few pounds there, fucking Manuel. You could put on a few pounds. Don't worry about it. Listen, we got an Adam Sandler movie coming on for you now in a minute. Enjoy your flights. We'll be touching down in 2 hours. That's where we're at. Do your homework, everybody. That's all I say. Listen, I have to get out of here. I have a lot of shit to do. I think I have to change the fuse box over here before my house burns down. Anyway, thanks for listening, liking, sharing, subscribing and all that stuff. I do appreciate you coming on back. And as always, listen, wash your hands, you dirty fuckers. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.